Nick and Joe are gearing up for their last run of the dry season.
Well, this run in particular, we're committed. We have to be there Wednesday night to be unloading Thursday morning because there's a lady flying in from Perth, and so it's all got to work out.
They've got just 3 days to conquer the Gibb and get to the community of Columbaroo.
Let's make a move.
First, 75 kilometres of smooth bitumen. But then, the dirt begins. The Gibb is in bad shape.
And this is one of the rough spots through here. It's always rough.
After 8 hours of this, Nick and Joe have taken a hammering.
Makes you pretty weary at the end of the day, sitting on corrugations all day.
The track's also taking its toll on their truck.
We've just got low coolant level coming up. We must be getting low on water.
Outside, it's over 40 degrees.
Just a couple of bottles, hey, and I'll fill them up.
And Nick and Joe's engine has a sudden thirst. A mystery water leak has drained 3 litres from the radiator. Nick's worried the problem could get worse.
Well, it seems to be blowing all back over the motor, so it's leaking up the front there somewhere. Check at a dry scale again while it's got some heat in, and I might find out where it's actually coming from. We're being pretty late, I would say. Yeah, righto. No worries. We'll go for the message. No worries, thank you.
60 kilometres short of help at Drysdale Cattle Station, the radiator's water level is dangerously low. Finally, he spots the cause of the problem.
The dirty mongrel.
Found the leak.
A pinprick hole in the radiator.
It's only a tiny little hole. Crack the core in it, and it's nothing you can really do because it's an aluminium cored radiator, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. You can't solder it.
All they can do is top up and push on.
60 kilometres to go. That should take us through 3 hours. I think if the road's reasonably good. If it's shit, well, it's 6 hours.
It's a painstaking drive into the darkness. The leaking radiator's getting worse. But Nick thinks he's found a fix.
Basically liquid steel, really.
Just physically just go over the core of the radiator and then hopefully block the hole. I can't really see the hole properly. But... Just turn him on slow.
Slow enough?
That'll do. Well, we'll see how that goes. And hopefully we don't spring any more leaks. This is where the road starts getting real rough.
And right on cue.
We've still got a problem with this low water light keeps coming on.
This time, it takes a whopping 15 litres to fill her up. But now it's not the radiator.
It's not bad going.
This leak is coming from somewhere else.
Fix one leak and then a water pump starts. I might just have to order a new pump from Theta and get it flown in Columbaroo. See how it goes. Hopefully it'll get us back to town.
Oh, I hope it's not like this for the rest of the way.
A shit bit of road.
Like what, 2.5 kilometres an hour now, I think.
After 8 hours on the road, Nick and Joe have barely covered 100 kilometres.
Oh, I was hoping to be up past Theta tonight, but that's not going to happen.
Next morning, and Nick's hatched a plan to prolong the life of his dying water pump.
It can't be any worse than it already is.
Loaded full of grease.
Stop a bit of that water from running out of that water pump, at least till we get to Theta.
Theta The next station is now only 40 kilometres away. But the way his truck's performing, it might as well be 400.
That temperature gauge is coming back up again. It was just right down on the thing and now it just climbs straight back up again. So, and real quick. I'd say she's just worn out.
Tomorrow they're due in Columbaroo, now only 50 kilometres away. But Nick's worried the water pump won't even last that long.
How you going? This is Nick here from North Kimberley Transport. I'm chasing a water pump for a Mack CH. Do you? Yep.
Good news, the pump's in stock
No worries.
and can be flown to their next stop. But back at the truck,
Yo!
One of these drums rubs a hole.
another leak, this time in a fuel drum.
Busted the arse out of the drum.
Oh.
One more casualty from the relentless rough road.
Fuel pushing on the bottom of the drum, flexes the drum and eventually cracks it.
At least this leak is a quick fix. Turn the drum upside down and problem solved. Back onto the Columbaroo Road.
This is where the fun begins.
That's barely a road at all.
Then it just starts getting narrow and rougher and rocky rough because it doesn't get maintained. But it is a pretty poor excuse for a road, really. Just a billy goat track, that's about all it is.
Only 30 kilometres to go. On any other road, they'd be on the home straight.
So bloody nice. So just pull up your steer where it's a bit wider.
Another mechanical failure could be the final blow. Nick and Joe have crawled into Columbaroo. They still haven't got to the bottom of the distressing sound under the bonnet.
Something that's not right, so I'll climb on and have a look.
But right now, it's a puzzle Nick doesn't have time to solve. This freight for the general store needs to be offloaded. After the violent journey, they're anxious to see its condition. A little dusty, but all intact. All that's left now is to deliver 10 drums of fuel to a remote fishing camp, just 30 kilometres north. It's only a short distance, but on a narrow, sandy track. Nick and Joe take a gamble on their failing water pump and head into the wilderness.
Well, here's honeymoon turn-off. This is where we go from a beaten track down to just a billy goat track from here on for the next 7K.
It's a track for four-wheel drives only, not a 30-ton truck and trailer.
Hang on.
When we come down this road last trip and there's a few more tourists around and they all look at us pretty weird when we're taking the prime mover down here. And
This is where we're likely to get stuck, just in here.
Nick's losing speed.
Come on, old girl. Come on.
And now he's losing traction.
Turn one look. Make a bit of a track for myself. If I turn the steering too much, it'll just bog itself even more. I'll get up on that little bit of a hard spot there, I'll be right.
The truck and trailer weighs over 30 tons. Getting through this will take all of Nick's 30 years' experience.
Come on, baby. got it. Well, we made it to Honeymoon. Here we are. The last drop-off point on the Columbaroo Road. The very end of it. The northern point that you can get a truck into.
It's time to offload the last of their freight. Vital fuel for this remote camping ground. A new day, a new drama.
Well, we made it to Honeymoon, but something's let go under here.
A noise from under the bonnet has got Nick worried.
That's the problem. Busted engine mount. We've got 2 engine mount bolts that are snapped.
Crucial bolts holding the engine in place have broken.
You've got 470 odd horsepower at torque, pulling up them hills. The motor's got to go somewhere.
If they can't fix this, the whole engine could shake loose.
Come off, you bastard. There we go. Hey, Joanna, can you come around this left-hand side here? I'll just see if I can push that up. Bolt's out of there. It's right there. Just come out.
Yep. Well, we don't have a spare one of them.
That's the problem.
Yep. Well, we don't have a spare one of them.
Vital bolts holding their engine in place have sheared clean off. Without them, their motor could shift violently and destroy itself.
Pain. Man show, you got any bolts like that? That size?
Come, we'll go and have a look in this.
To survive the road ahead, the bolts should be made of high tensile steel. But beggars can't be choosers. These mild steel bolts will have to do.
I reckon I might just try them ones, mate.
Just right on there. Thanks, mate.
Well, I don't know how long they're going to last, but that's all I can do, otherwise I'm going to end up doing some major damage. Hold that. Radio. Well, it's got to be bloody tight, that's for sure. Joy of taking freight into places that trucks really shouldn't go.
Time to start the long road home.
Rightio. We're ready to go. Columbaroo, here we come.
First, they need to pass the sandy track that bogged them on the way in. And this time, the sand is hotter and looser.
And see, this sand gets a bit of heat on it and be foaming. Real tricky to get through. It's a little bit narrow through here. In and out of bloody trees. Just got to get out wide, sort of sneak around. Turn, come on, little turn.
Made it. But no clever driving
You've got to get over further than that.
will get Nick past this next obstacle. Nick Atkins is at a stalemate with a German tourist.
Wheel him up through here.
The track is too narrow for both to pass.
Yeah, come up through here. I'll move this log for you. And just drive across here. Into him! Give it on! Thank you!
Back on the road to Columbaroo. Nick and Joe collect a trailer.
Might just put some water in that radiator.
And check on their problem cooling system. Their water pump is still leaking, making this next pickup critical.
Let's go and see this pilot. See if he's got our water pump, hopefully.
It's the pump they ordered 3 days ago.
Tell me it's all the right stuff.
Wrong one. No, it's
No.
not.
A precious standby if the other pump dies on the road.
Oh, that's what we want. Feel better now I've got a spare one of them sitting on board.
Nick and Joe are now collecting their backload for the drive home to Kununurra. 20 pallets of mining samples. And a four-wheel drive.
Couple of nags.
Next day, and Nick's feeling positive. He's found a way to stop his worn-out water pump from leaking.
I've taken the rubber out of the radiator cap so I can't build up pressure, so it seems to have stopped it. We'll be right.
But now he must focus on the road.
This is the first challenge for the morning.
Ahead lies a steep hill or jump up.
I'm a bit concerned on getting up there because this road's pretty rough through here, so I don't know if I'll be able to get enough speed up to actually get up it.
Its surface is loose and rocky.
I should be able to get up. I've got up before. Stick the power divider in and hope for the best. Come on, old girl, you can do it. Come on, baby. Dirty mongrel bastard. You bastard of a thing.
You could just let some air out of the tyres first. Might give us a bit more grip.
I'll just drop down to 40 psi, but I don't think she's going to pull out of there. Bloody loose, this powdery with a bit of rock in it, so it just rips your drive tyres to bits.
Got it.
She made it. Only bloody dust.
Moving again. But the battle with the road is taking its toll.
Not a big piece of rubber coming off there soon. Butto Road, here we are, the last pickup.
Going on the back, a campground toilet block.
It's a really awkward little load because nothing stacks nicely. Stop there. Hang on. Down there. Now go forward. You're in, put it down. Beautiful. Happy days.
You got some power? Just snapping that pallet, dear.
Nick and Joe can now start heading out of the wilderness.
Just a mongrel until you've got to get right out wide. It's only bloody narrow. Like I said, it's not really designed to bring a prime mover and trailer in here. Tight squeeze through there. Drysdale, here we come, Joanna.
Drysdale Station is Joe's family home. For Nick, more running repairs.
It's pretty much at it. Plastic bloody stuff. Everything plastic these days. This is the expansion tank, and that's the header tank, actually the top of the radiator, really.
But just as one repair is done...
Oh, good one!
Another
problem appears.
Yeah, I'll probably wear that one. That's my fault. Nick thought I unplugged it and I hadn't done. He'll get mileage out of that for ages now. Remember that time when you didn't unplug the lights?
That's what happens when you don't stay in a routine. Rightio, we'll replace this.
Oh, you got the glasses on.
I have to put my spare eyes, otherwise I can't see the numbers on these things. You know, travel along this dirt with no tail lights on your trailer, you're likely to get somebody to run up your arse. I don't want that. Okay. Rightio.
A quick goodbye to the family, then time to make a mile.
Gibb River Road, here we come.
The Gibb hasn't improved since Nick and Joe were last on it. It's rough. And today it's hot, over 40 degrees in the shade. Then, the last thing they wanted to hear.
That one before. Engine cool temp high. She's right up on 120 here now.
Even topped up, the engine temperature isn't dropping. 250 kilometres from the nearest mechanic at the hottest and driest time of the year. Nick and Joe couldn't have picked a worse moment to break down.
I'm praying to Flaming God that it's the thermostat, because I don't want to be at the oil cooler. Otherwise I will be sitting here for 3 days fixing it.
Making matters worse, it's the hottest, driest time of the year, with little water about, and their truck's been leaking bucket loads.
A couple little creeks still got a little bit of water in them, but yeah, not much.
So normally we have 140 litres of water.
For the dry road ahead, they'll need all the water they can carry.
You can only hope for the best. Come on, old girl, give us a good day.
If it all goes well, just a day's drive now stands between Nick and Joe and home.
Kununurra tonight, hopefully. Better be. Doesn't help the road's bloody rough either.
But even with a new thermostat, things aren't looking good.
The temperature's sitting around 104. Might be a slow trip back home. Pretty much over 100, 110, you're really getting up a little bit too high. Now the engine cooling temp might come on.
They've only driven 3 kilometres.
Might be pulling up here. Might be doing that water pump, might have no bloody choice. I think you're just losing too much water out of that water pump, I think.
This truck is refusing to go any further.
Oh, she's just shut down. Gonna have to let it cool down now. That's not good. I think she's just packed it in. But it looks like the new water pump is just going to have to go in. You put the worst jobs off to last, and then you end up having to do them anyway. I hope this fixes it.
Replacing the water pump can be a complicated operation for an experienced mechanic in a well-equipped workshop. Nick and Joe are attempting it on the side of the road, with limited tools, under a blazing sun.
Well, it's 40 and it's only like 10 o'clock. It's pretty chancy sort of stuff doing this out in the scrub for getting dirt and stuff in it, and you get dirt in here, and that's the end of your motor, really. Rightio, that's the nut we've got to get to. That dirty little bastard there. Don't drop it down in the yard.
After 4 hours of painstaking work, the final touches.
The do-or-die question, is that going to bloody fix a problem, or is the problem still going to be there? I hope it bloody fixed it, otherwise I'm going to be in for a slow trip back into town.
The moment of truth.
a new water pump, so here we go. It's reading 80 now.
It isn't long
Back up to 100, over 100.
before their worst fears are realised.
What is causing this? I don't find know.
A satellite phone call to their mechanic in Brisbane, 3,000 kilometres away, could shed some light.
I need some help. I've had a leaking water pump. It keeps getting hot, and now I've replaced the water pump, thermostat, and now it's pushing water back out through the header tank. Oh, yeah.
The fate of this trip and their customers' freight hangs in the balance.
Yep. No worries, Daniel. I'll give that a go. Rightio, mate. Bye.
After checking for blocked hoses and fittings and disconnecting the air conditioner,
This doesn't seem right.
Nick's getting a sinking feeling.
I'm just looking more and more like head gasket to me, dear.
It's somewhere deeper inside the engine. And if it's a head, you've got major bloody problems. Pretty much the engine rebuilds, really.
Time-consuming, expensive, and strictly for the workshop, repairing a head gasket would be a crippling cost for Nick and Joe's small business.
Any major mechanical failure is always a bit disheartening. Many thousands.
All they can do is struggle on and hope the truck holds up. But now they're hitting hill country, putting their engine under maximum strain.
She's straight back up again, 120.
Dangerously hot, the truck's losing power.
You dirty mongrel. It does not want to let us go.
And now, the computer has shut it down completely.
Well, I don't know where to start, honey.
A day's drive from help. Nick and Joe are stranded and fast running out of options.
We've got major problem. Major problem. That's not good.
With night falling, they need to move their crippled truck off the road.
I'll tow it up the top of there with a loader.
Using a 100 horsepower loader to pull a 60-ton triple road train is a big ask, especially over one of the steepest hills on this track.
Leave it out of gear?
Leave it out of gear and I'll just
Steer or don't?
and just steer.
For Joe, the pressure's on.
Radio.
Yellow button off.
Yep.
Get out of line and she could push Nick into the bush.
Part of the job I hate. Am I like straight enough behind you or?
Yeah, that's good. You just follow me.
Oh, it just makes me feel sick.
Adding to Joe's stress, even idling, the truck's still dangerously hot.
It's at 102, it's just sitting on.
But the only way over the hill ahead is with the truck and loader working together.
I wouldn't want to be going halfway up there and then have it get hot and shut down and then it's just a world of hurt, you know, so.
The big climb begins.
Them two levers on your gear stick, honey, push them both down.
They're down. On a big hill and it's steep and it'll be a hard pull. And I'm not real steady on the accelerator.
If the truck overheats now and shuts down,
Still sitting on 102.
getting moving again would be near impossible.
Fast little bit.
How you going?
Still sitting on 103. far to the top. So close. Last little bit's quite a pull. I'm really happy we're not doing it in the dark. I'm glad there's a tiny little bit of daylight left. I'm pretty nervous doing it in the dark, but
They're over the ridge and can move off the road.
Stay out right out that way.
It's the end of a day Nick and Joe would rather forget. And somehow, they still need to deliver this load.
I hope it's someone with a bit of space.
But first, they need to flag down some help.
Oh, thank goodness. Hey, we just need to get into Kununurra. Just in a road train over here that's packed it in.
Hey, jump in. Nice to talk to you.
Really?
Oh, you ready?
Next day, in the town of Kununurra, Nick and Joe have expensive repair bills weighing on their minds. But a friend has come to their aid to retrieve their load.
Good stroke of luck, mate's got this truck here, so I'll just grab that. I'll just poke it along, treat it like my own and see how we go. As long as the water problem don't occur. Good.
Well, thanks heaps, Ryan. You bloody saved our arse. Really.
No worries, eh?
I appreciate it heaps.
Thanks, mate.
No worries.
Yeah, and I'll bloody hopefully won't wreck it on you.
Nah.
Oh, have a good trip, mate.
Well,
Yeah, no worries,
We'll
Ryan.
catch you tomorrow.
Thanks,
Midday
mate.
or something. See ya.
Come on, let's hit the frog and toad.
Using a mate's tip truck to tow a road train over the Gibb River Road is far from ideal. The plan? Tow the freight out first, then go back for the crippled truck.
I'm going to bring them two trailers into town because that's all personal freight for everybody in town here. They're a day late, day and a half late. Oh, here comes a Gibb. We'll see how my borrowed truck, my mate's truck, actually handles the dirt road. None of it's real smooth. It's going to be a pretty slow trip. You know, some patches of this road I'll be able to get up around the 20-30 kilometre mark, but some places I think I'll be down to an idle, I think.
The tip truck has a short wheelbase and stiff suspension, transforming this track from uncomfortable to unbearable.
Oh, yeah, I'm losing traction on these corrugations. I've got about 3 tonne of dirt in the back there and it's still rough. It's going to be one long night, I think.
At 10 kilometres per hour and with 120 more k's still to drive, Nick and Joe are in for a bone-busting journey.
Bloody rough. Oh, it was shocking. 6 hours to do 200k from Kununurra. Great going, isn't it?
Be good to get freight to people tomorrow, so hopefully today, this afternoon. That's the plan anyway, my brain's not working. It fell out on the road up there somewhere.
There's no time to recover. Their freight is now a day overdue.
I just need to back up a little bit.
First task, hook up the tip truck. A straightforward job of releasing a lever.
So, whereas that pin needs to come all the way up further.
If the lever works.
Right.
Can't get it at all. The dirt gets in like around the spring at
Around the top of it, yeah.
around the top. I don't know how to explain it.
You said you can pull that up. I hope it's going to be up in there.
The tow hitch is a simple device, but if Nick can't fix it, he can't move the freight.
You're serious? Oh, coming up.
Cool, calm Nick is ready to blow.
I'm starting to need one.
Because that might push some of the dirt out.
Just don't know why it's not coming up.
2 frustrating hours are gone, and Nick's still no closer to releasing the trailer.
Broken in half or something.
I think the ring feeder's twisted a tiny little bit. Stopping the handle from coming up. I think. That got it. The handle's actually slipped right over. A little thing at the back there wouldn't come up. Throw that feeder.
Yeah, sometimes it's the most simplest small things that give you the most trouble.
If the morning starts off like that, what's the day going to be like?
Next problem, rearrange the load.
Over here.
With all 3 trailers, the borrowed tip truck will be over length. Nick and Joe need to squeeze their freight onto 2.
And that way, that's all our freight back to town. Just come forward a bit.
The mining samples are on. Now for the 4-wheel drive.
You ready? Need to hold that up so that it doesn't hit the tail shaft.
Get this wrong, and a $30,000 car could slide clean off the loader.
And lay them along the fork, that way.
This nightmare trip is starting to take its toll.
Joanna!
What?
It only has to go where the forks are sitting. That's it. Just put them straight along the forks. Don't stick them out like that.
That's what I did before and you said not to.
Reloading onto their mate's truck should have taken an hour. They've been at it for 4 and counting.
Yeah, plenty of room at the back.
What about the front?
I'll just have a look, wait. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
After 7 years in the business, this trip is proving to be one of the toughest.
I reckon it was our second worst trip in 7 years, but I think possibly it's heading up towards first place.
Tempers are just getting short. Well, my temper is, I know that.
Oh my God.
Come here. I'm sorry.
At last, this load is ready for the final push.
Rightio, ready to make a move.
Their loader and broken truck will have to wait. The priority now is the freight. With 20 extra tons of weight on board, Nick's hoping for a less rough ride out of here.
I hope it's a little bit smoother than last night, I hope.
But the Gibb River Road isn't done with them yet.
Oh, kicks like a mule. Just bucks at the back over these corrugations. End up with a concertina at the back. 80k on the dirt, and then we're on the bitumen.
But finally, they're approaching civilization and relief from the road.
Just over there.
Yeah, we'll be very happy when we get there.
Good to be back here. It's a relief, that's for sure. It's a relief this job is done. This one didn't go to plan, this one, but we've done our job, so, you know, I'm happy with that. The customers should be happy, I'm happy, and now I just got to sort out my truck. And then I'll get out and kiss the ground.
Nice to be home.
It is nice to be home.
It's nice to be here, that's for sure.
Outside Perth, Steve Grahame's journey is just underway. He's due to deliver 40 tonnes of housing frames to Alice Springs in just a couple of days' time. But he's already worrying about his tight deadline.
I've got to be really quick because we've got these super-sized loads over there waiting to get through to Bindi Bindi, so I've just got to check my load quickly and get moving. You give me 5 minutes?
He's desperate to stay in front of two slow-moving dump trucks, but there's another problem coming up from behind. Two more massive wide loads have passed him, and before Steve can pull out, the dump trucks also hit the road.
Ah, for f***'s sake.
In this business, losing time means losing money. Steve needs to get by the rolling roadblocks.
Just got to focus on what's going on here. I'm in the hands now of a traffic warden up there.
He's in luck. The monster trucks pull over to let traffic by.
Dealing with all these wide loads is putting me way back. It's half a day. It's what it's costing me.
Steve needs to put distance between him and the wide loads before his next stop, to pick up a third trailer. If he doesn't, he'll be back to square one. He must get back on the road as quickly as he can.
I can't muck around. I've got to just keep attacking all of the time. Now we're a 53.5 metre triple.
But as Steve's getting ready to go, the wide boys are back. He'll have to pass them all over again. Now with 3 trailers, Steve's rig is as heavy as a 737 jet and longer than an Olympic-sized swimming pool. To overtake, he'll need to travel at up to 100 kilometres an hour for 1 minute on the wrong side of the road.
All right, I'm on you now. Is everyone good to go?
It's critical he has clear communication with the other driver.
The person that I listen to the most, the voice of the other truckie, I will put my life in his hands rather than the other people's. Yeah, you got it, mate. Thanks, mate.
One down, one to go.
Are you calling the triple between the tyres and the machine?
There's a problem.
Too much radio chatter.
Steve can't hear the driver.
I'm getting a bit of chatter coming over the top from other super-sized loads around.
He must wait until he knows he's talking to the right truck. It's a life or death decision.
Righto, mate, I'm into it.
There's barely enough room for 2 cars. Steve needs to hold his nerve and stay on the road. After After almost trading paint with an oversized dump truck,
The old heart ticks away a bit there while you're doing them.
Steve Grahame has reached the Great Central Road. 1,200 kilometres of hard-driving dirt highway. It's a serious challenge for any vehicle and driver brave enough to take it on. The biggest hazard are corrugations, regular bumps in the road caused by traffic. They may look smooth from a distance, but get up close and they're a real truck killer.
Do you hate them? Yes. Will you still hate them when you retire, Steve? Yes. Corrugations are the bane of my life. I hate them because they wear me out, sitting there bouncing me around, knocking me to bits. I don't like corrugations. And they knock the freight around and they make me go slower, and I've got to stop and fix things all the time. I haven't got a lot of good to say about corrugations. Righto, we'll go.
To protect his truck and the freight, Steve needs to reduce the impact.
Either get up to a moderate speed where you're skating across the top of them without doing too much damage, or down to first gear, the really, really big ones, and just put up with them. Just spend all day just climbing up and down them, basically. Teeny doesn't like them much either, do you, Teeny?
Get it wrong, and he could be joining an Outback graveyard.
There's a lot of dead ones on the side of the road. Oh, look, there's another one that didn't make it. Another one that didn't make it.
But it's not just corrugations that can cause him trouble. There are more than 1 million wild camels in the Outback, and an adult bull can weigh in at more than 700 kilos.
You sort of don't get much warning, and they will do some damage to the bloody truck if you hit them. Once one came out and he sort of propped and went back, but his head was far enough out it smashed the air clean off the side of the truck and he spun around. And the poor old fellow was in a bit of a bad way. I had to shoot that bloke. He had a broken jaw and he wasn't good.
Suddenly, out of the scrub, Steve Grahame has made it through a run-in with some wild camels. But after being hammered by millions of corrugations, his truck isn't so fortunate. Several of his 62 tyres are leaking and need to be pumped up. And he's got another problem. Strong winds combined with 40 tonnes of high-sided freight means Steve's been burning more diesel than usual.
I'm concerned about my fuel, which is a bloody nuisance because if I can't get to Curtin Springs, I have to break this road train up and go into Yalara and fuel up. There's not much bloody fuel in there. It's only just enough to get me into 35 Ks will do it.
To make matters worse, his tyres aren't inflating. There's something wrong with the truck's air pressure system. The fault's in a valve that controls the cab suspension.
Ah, for f***'s sake.
After 3 hard days, it's the last straw.
I'm pissed off because I had to grovel under there twice in the dark last night. That's why I'm pumping my tyres up the light, because the ride height valve's not working properly and it's dumping all the air, and it's taking me a long time to pump up my tyres because the air's going out of that new valve and I can't reach under here and adjust the bloody thing. As I should be able to shift that right and make the f***ing cab go up at the ride level and shut the air off, but it's not. It's dumping out to atmosphere underneath the truck instead of going into my tyres, and it's annoying me. And once again, it's time bleeding away from me. I should be 40 kilometres down the road now and fueled up, and I'm wasting time here doing this.
The fault's affecting nearly every part of his truck.
Air brakes, air gear shift, air assisted, lots of things. Nothing happens. Without air, we don't move.
Steve Grahame has finally got enough air in his tyres and is limping into town. He needs fuel fast.
It's nearly on empty.
And his engine is starting to protest. Finally, he's made it, but this stop is going to be painful.
$2.11 a litre. Putting fuel in at that price, when that happens, that does hurt you. 470 litres, $1,000. I've got to pay for it, shed a tear, buy something bad for me like chips or something.
It's time for Steve to pull over for the night and get some much-needed rest. In the morning, he'll start the second leg of his journey to one of the most isolated communities in the world. But before he hits the sack, Steve wants to check his truck. If he's to carry on, he must be sure it's good to go. The faulty valve is still leaking, but under the hood, there's even more bad news. It's his air compressor. Its paintwork is cracked and the washers sealing it have bent out of shape.
I don't know why these are lifting. I might have to make a phone call on this. I have heard the thing where I thought it was the ride height valve, I might actually have a compressor that's playing up here.
His $90,000 engine is barely a few weeks old. Repairs won't be cheap.
Those compressors are about $6,000 each.
The fate of his journey and his truck is hanging on one phone call to his mechanic, 2,000 kilometres away.
I'm in Alice Springs. I've got the bonnet up here. They've cracked the paint away in a clear circle around them, and they're bending the lock washers up.
The mechanic wants to see a photo. All Steve can do is wait.
Yeah, and it's been vibrating and working, and it's cracked the paint. All right, nothing to panic about. Okay, no worries.
After all the dramas, it turns out the problem is down to a simple coat of paint.
He saw that there was a bit of paint missing on top of the compressor, so he gave it just a brush of paint over, and that new paint, with the expansion and contraction of the compressor working, is probably all that's cracked off. My mind has been put at rest for the minute.
While it's a huge weight off Steve's shoulders, he has another problem on his hands. Time.
The reason I'm rushing is you can't travel oversize at night, and it takes a good half an hour to get through town, and it's going to be dark shortly.
He's delivering 50 tonnes of building equipment to a crew working in Kiwakara. It's a vital project for the isolated community, and supplies are running low. Steve's delivery is critical.
I want to get out of town by dark, mate, and it's very nearly dark.
Steve's racing the setting sun.
You can only travel daylight oversize. That's why I've been pushing. Got about 600 kilometres of dirt from here up to Kiwakara. Hope to get there just before dark tomorrow night.
But this is just the start of his journey. He and his long-suffering truck face one of the toughest, meanest dirt roads in the country.
It's just hard work. It's good smashing the crap out of the gear.
Steve Grahame is about to head onto the notorious Garry Junction Road. It's an isolated dirt track that snakes deep into Australia's second largest desert. But today, it's not scorching heat that's Steve's problem.
When I woke up this morning, it was raining. I had a bad feeling about this road.
The rain's been coming down all morning.
It doesn't take much to top up these water holes. This ground's already soft.
It's left the road littered with bogs and potholes. One wheel in the wrong place could land Steve and his 50-tonne load in thick mud. The further he goes, the bigger the bog holes get.
This is the bit that worries me getting out here. This water is from weeks ago.
There's no getting around this monster. All Steve can do is push straight through the heart of the bog. Lose traction now, and he'll be stranded in the middle of nowhere. After taking on a deep bog hole, Steve Grahame has survived his first challenge on the road to Kiwakara. But no sooner is he through the mud than another old enemy rears its head.
Oh, I don't know how big the corrugations are. I just know that they're bloody rough.
Corrugations are ridges in the road surface, like driving over millions of miniature speed bumps.
They're knocking the crap out of me in the gear.
Steve's caught between a rock and a hard place. A building crew is depending on him to reach them before their supplies run out. Push too hard and he could shake his freight to pieces. Every few kilometres, he has to stop and tighten the load.
They don't pay me for dropping the freight out the back, they only pay me for delivering the freight. So I want to keep it on the truck. Started work at 6 o'clock and it's now 9 o'clock and we've got 103 kilometres up, about 450 to go.
Steve's managing barely 30 kilometres per hour, painfully slow. Making matters worse, there's pressure from the customer.
They've run out of work today. They need this load there tonight.
There's just 100 kilometres to go, but the surface goes from bad to worse. Steve's reduced to a snail's pace.
I've got to drop down the first gear and take 3 days to get the last 100 kilometres.
With the road punishing every turn of his tyres, it's looking like a battle even Steve can't win.
I'm now down to 5 kilometres between breaks to keep the freight on. I can't get the freight out here at this rate.
After a day and a half of bone-shaking dirt track, Steve Grahame limps into Kiwakura.
It's all about getting it here, isn't it? If you don't get it here, you don't make a living.
Despite the battering, he's on time and the freight has survived the journey. But his work isn't done yet. Steve needs to make sure the freight comes off his truck safely. It's a straightforward job, or it should be.
Don't go down. Don't go down. Go up. Keep it where it was. Go maximum up, mate. Everything up. Everything up. Righto, go back gently. Stop your bucket. Stop moving the... You. Watch me. Go back. Just hold it there. Whoa, tell him not to go on that mesh. Whoa! Eyes, you're not watching me. Oi, eyes. Down and back. Oh, why won't he listen? Jesus Christ! Oh my God, what's he doing to those screens?
After working hard to get the load here in one piece, it's too much for Steve. And as the saying goes, if you want the job done right, Steve Grahame's work's far from done. His customer has asked him to help rescue some building sand from a tipper left behind by another trucker.
What we got in here is 24 tonne of premix, and it's been sitting in the rain for 2 weeks. I don't know what weight of water has soaked into the premix. It could be as much as 40 tonne in there now.
It's vital. Without it, building work can't be completed. To unload, Steve needs to give the tipper hydraulic power. He needs to swap the tipper's front trailer for his prime mover. But without knowing how much weight's on board, it's a dangerous procedure.
I have to unhook it, and I don't want to unhook it. I don't like unhooking loaded tippers at the best of times, and I certainly don't like unhooking this one.
Steve's main concern are the tipper's legs. They'll have to take the full weight.
There's a shitload of weight there. No one likes unhooking tippers when they're loaded. You just don't like them because the legs are so far back.
No one's sure if they'll hold.
I don't want the thing to either go through the concrete or collapse the legs. That's what my worry is.
If there's any sign the legs are about to collapse, Steve needs to know instantly.
Stay totally focused. Listen for any creaks and groans.
With the trailer attached to his prime mover, Steve pushes forward. If the legs give way, the whole tipper could come crashing down. After chancing his luck and his truck, Steve Grahame has successfully hooked his prime mover up to a stranded tipper. now he has a new problem. This tipper won't tip. Its hydraulics are dead. Steve's left with only one choice: to force its door open without damaging it.
Just gently try and pull it. I don't know which side. I might have to crack the other side yet. Just give it a little feel. Gently, come underneath it. Quick, quick, quick. Jesus, you're slow.
The door may be open, but now Steve has 24 tonnes of premix to shift and just 2 shovels to do it.
You can't get your hydraulics to work. You got to get the shit out somehow, because you don't get paid if you don't deliver.
Finally, everything's unloaded and a vital housing project can be completed. It's a successful end to another epic journey.
We've done what we came to do. They're getting their concrete down, and they're very happy. I've got to get all this stuff out of here now. As fast as they finish with the machine, I'm loading it.
Steve's covered nearly 3,500 kilometres, almost the same distance as New York to Los Angeles, and survived everything the Outback could throw at him. And now it's time to head home. Except Steve being Steve, it's never that easy.
This big ugly load of machinery is going back to Alice Springs.
Another 50 tonnes, another dirt road, another day, another dollar. It's all part of life for an Outback legend. 47-year-old Queenslander Turbo is his own boss.
But I like to get in, get the job done, get going and do what I've got to do.
The long-haul specialist has clocked up more than 30 years behind the wheel.
I've spent too long building my reputation and my business to ever miss a deadline or to ever miss a delivery.
On this job, he's delivering mining machinery from his home in Brisbane to Darwin in the Northern Territory. At nearly 4,000 kilometres, it's like driving the length of the UK 4 times on isolated outback roads. And more than 55 hours of hard-pounding highway hell.
Oh, that hurt.
But for the last 2 months, a back injury has meant he's barely been able to manage a fraction of that.
Having to stop probably every 2-3 hours. I've got to get out and I've got to walk around for 10 minutes. Then I've got to keep having my medication, my painkillers and anti-inflammatories for it.
Turbo's still recovering from hospital treatment to deal with the problem. For 6 long weeks, he's been at home recuperating.
It has been a while since I've been out on a good trip now, since I've been in hospital.
And with his wheels not turning, money's getting tight.
Well, they were up on paying anyway.
Yeah, you weren't going to unload unless they paid.
The run to Darwin will bring in vital business, but it won't come cheap.
You know, at $4,500 in fuel to get up there, and then $4,500 to come home, so there's $9,000 in fuel in a round trip in a week.
Turbo's a one-man, one-truck firm. Making money means keeping moving. With 4,000 kilometres ahead, one piece of bad luck could mean disaster for Turbo and his business.
If we get a delay that's going to hold us up 12, 14 hours, mate, we're absolutely...
Oh, me back. That hurts.
After weeks off the road, it's a vital run for his business. He's got more kilometres ahead of him in one night than he's driven in weeks, hauling 2 trailers of machinery to a client in Darwin.
It's going to be a long night.
Standing in his way is the 664-metre high Toowoomba Range.
As of now, we're actually on the bottom of the range.
Turbo's truck can pull up to 140 tonnes, but with just 34 on board, it's struggling.
We should be doing a lot better than this. That's now starting to become a little bit of a concern. It's dropped oil pressure. It's actually putting temperature right up over where I want it to be.
High temperature and low oil pressure could do serious damage to Turbo's engine.
End up bloody damaging camshafts, can end up, God knows what damage you're going to do inside.
On such a crucial job, that's damage he can't afford.
I have a breakdown going up here, mate. It'll shut half the range down, mate, and just get a bloody tow truck and pull it up. And I don't want to do that. You don't want to have a breakdown going up here. We're over the halfway point now.
Darwin is still more than 3,000 kilometres away.
Let's just pick it up now.
It's a worrying start to his run. But as night falls, engine trouble isn't Turbo's only problem.
My back is already starting to twinge and ache on me now, which is not good. I'm going to have to deal with pain and agony of driving and the throbbing and the numbness going through the leg.
If he's to make his delivery in time, Turbo needs to push on. He's heading into one of the most remote sections of his run, a 300-kilometre stretch of near-empty Outback highway. Turbo's alone in the dead of night. It's not a place you want to break down. But up ahead, there's a worrying sight.
Drop something. Pull up, find out, if everyone's all right or what's going on, see if you can be assistance. There's no driver around.
The truck looks abandoned, 100 kilometres from the nearest town.
That's not bloody good at all. Apart from what I can see, he's bloody sheared an axle, 50-tonne of bloody machine. Could have come along, found him laying on his side somewhere. Might just go for a quick wander, see if he's up there, see if there's something we can do.
It's time Turbo can't spare, but out here, truckers rely on each other.
You break down and you are totally isolated. You don't have a mobile phone that you can pick up and go, I need help. Nothing like a nice walk in the middle of the night down the middle of nowhere. Who knows what the driver is, eh? He's just got to live somewhere, who knows?
There's nothing more Turbo can do. He needs to get back on the road.
Hope he's all right. Hope he is all right. He got somewhere, so hopefully he should have help coming out soon. All right. Well, might as well keep going myself. I have never, ever missed a delivery, ever. And I'm not about to start to.
He's racing to complete a job for a new client, deliver on time, and he could score regular work to help get his business back on track. But it's just not Turbo's day.
Who the hell puts traffic lights in the middle of football?
Roadworks, the thing Turbo loves to hate.
After being so far behind last night, now I'm going to get held up here. Is it my turn yet? Thank you. Classic work. They all stand around and just talk. Not actually working, they're just standing there talking. Honestly, I reckon they got their brains out of the cornflake box. Stop, start, stop, start. Oh, and stop. Again. Come on. This is delays that I don't want. Oh, hallelujah. 4 lots of roadworks in a matter of bloody 10 kilometres. That's usually when I get a little bit peeved off. Delay after delay.
After an hour and a half of crawling between stop signs,
I'm that far behind time, it's not funny now.
every delay puts Turbo further behind his vital deadline.
Where's the end of all this bloody roadworks?
Turbo still has 3,000 kilometres to go on his vital cross-country run. He must be in Darwin in 4 days. To make it in time, he needs to pull out all the stops. But from nowhere,
Something's not right. Something's not right at all.
Turbo's engine trouble is back.
Engine temperature's actually running up pretty high. The oil pressure's actually dropped down below 300.
It's the same problem he's had before, but a whole lot worse.
If it completely drops oil pressure, it's game over. Yeah, I'm bloody worried because drops oil pressure means there's no oil actually injecting and lubricate the pistons, which then will actually seize the engine. So there's about $45,000 to get a new engine done.
Turbo's already under massive financial pressure. A blown engine could break his business.
Have to get up here and pull up and have a look at it. That's not good. Oil coming out of the filter.
The engine's losing oil. This won't be an easy fix.
You've got to drain all the oil out of it, you've got to pull the sump off it, you've got to clean it all. And that's not a 5-minute job.
Turbo can't make repairs here. He'll have to risk driving to the next town, a day and a half away.
1,700 kilometres and there's nothing. There is nothing at all.
If the problem gets any worse, it could cost Turbo big time.
If I've got to make a phone call and get someone to come out, no profit. No profit at all.
He still has 4 more days of hard trucking to go, with a precious job on the line. After weeks of frustration, waiting to get back in the cab, it's the last straw.
Thanks! Jesus. I don't need these right now. Things are sent to try me.
But Turbo's truck isn't the only thing playing up.
All that bouncing around last night didn't really help at all. That hurt.
After weeks off work, his business badly needs the cash from this job. He must make it to Darwin in one piece and on time. 2,500 kilometres from his destination.
I'm bloody off balance today. I don't know why.
Turbo's ready to hit the road. What he needs is a good run into Darwin.
What's going on?
But his truck has other plans.
It's not good. We've got a little problem. She's completely blowing the bloody fuse in the circuit, so I've got to get into the fuse box.
Fixing an electrical problem means yet more delays.
Why has this happened to me? Just when I thought the day was going to be a good day.
He's already behind schedule.
Not this today.
Taking his cab to pieces is the last thing Turbo needs. Luckily, it's just a blown fuse. A $2 replacement should do the job. Only problem, finding one.
The amount of bloody crap I carry in here, right?
With no replacement to hand, the fix is textbook Turbo.
One hot wire.
Stripping down a piece of wire.
We have power.
Turbo needs to make up lost time. But as darkness falls, something in his wing mirror catches his attention.
Have a look in the mirror.
There's sparks flying from the back of the truck.
Whatever it is, it ain't good.
Turbo needs to pull over as fast as possible. Where there's sparks, there could be fire. At the rear of Turbo's 40-metre road train lies the culprit.
Chains.
A chain that's supposed to be holding a 28-tonne excavator.
It's completely come undone.
If he hadn't caught the problem in time, the load could have become dangerously unstable.
Just goes to show how rough these roads are. That train was super bloody tight, and now here it is, sending sparks everywhere. It's one of them things you don't bloody see until after it happens.
Next morning, Turbo's on the road early. He wants to check in with wife Jo in Brisbane.
There. No, well that's... I've got an overheat engine shut down.
Turbo's engine troubles are back. He's 200 kilometres from the nearest town, in the midst of the outback.
All I'm gonna bloody need.
It's a dangerous place to have a problem.
I don't know. So I bloody open that bonnet and I have a look at it.
If the trouble is serious, Turbo's trip could be over right here. Under the hood, there's no sign of a problem. Turbo thinks an air pocket in the truck's cooling system might be the culprit.
The header tank's full of water. What I'm actually starting to think is maybe I've got an airlock in there somewhere.
He hopes that opening a release valve on the red-hot engine will clear the blockage.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's hot! Oh.
Scalding water has hit Turbo in the eye.
You imagine getting your kettle and sticking your hand in it and just flicking it over your face. That's what it's like. Right on the corner of the actual eyeball itself.
If getting burnt wasn't enough, the engine problem is still a mystery.
I don't know why it overheated. I've got no water leaks, I've got plenty of coolant. I have no idea.
But with every minute lost, Turbo's falling further behind time. If he's to make Darwin on schedule, he must get back on the road. One more problem, and it could be game over for his engine and his business. Turbo's pushing hard into the night. It's a dangerous time to be on the road.
Watch these roos here, mate.
Out here, night time is feeding time, especially for kangaroos.
They are a menace. They do a lot of damage. That's why we do run big, solid bull bars.
At up to 90 kilos, an adult roo can punch a serious hole in even the toughest truck. Turbo must stay focused on the road ahead. There's no knowing where or when trouble will strike.
Roos. Straight under the trailer. Done some damage, I can tell you that now. I'm lucky. Broken mud flap. $30 to fix.
But the roo's done more damage than just the mud flap.
Rip the slack adjuster out. Can pull the brakes apart. Oh! That's how much damage these roos do, eh? Oh, that brake is not going to work now.
Turbo's lost one of his brakes. Replacement parts are 400 kilometres away.
All I can do is just laugh. That's all I can do. Because if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry.
Turbo's concern now is if the damaged booster breaks off altogether.
If that brake booster actually completely breaks off all the way and starts dragging on the ground, I'm going to have a sudden loss of air, which is then going to lock up the trailer and the truck because I've got no air to keep the brakes released.
He must nurse his wounded truck into Darwin. What he doesn't need now is to slam on his brakes in a hurry.
Oh, come on! Cattle! After locking the thing to a dead stop.
The truck survived the near miss. After a colossal 3,500 kilometres, the end is in sight.
Almost there. 80 clicks south of Darwin.
Turbo can check in with his client and bring the load home.
Yeah, just let him know Turbo, P&J Transport, the excavators. You probably see me coming around the corner now.
Yeah, I do.
All right, mate, I start setting this, getting it ready. The customer is the one who puts the bread and butter on your table every night. My customers will always come first.
For this one-man trucking empire,
I don't want to climb up there, not with my back.
it's a painful step towards global domination.
I want to become one of the biggest companies in the country. I'd like to be a global player, and I would like to be able to supply a transport service through road, air and sea.
My mind's on millions of things right now, trying to get ready for the trip.
In Perth, trucking veteran Steve Grahame's rushing to put a road train together.
It's not like you're driving one truck, you're driving three. Because there's three pieces to it, so there's things to do constantly.
He's just accepted an urgent job, taking a power station worth $500,000 to a remote Aboriginal community in the tropical north. It's desperately needed to upgrade the town's electricity supply. Vital infrastructure for a community way off the grid.
The whole community is sweating on how I go delivering this thing.
It's an epic 3,000-kilometre slog, reuniting Steve with an old enemy, the Tanami track. Making matters worse, the wet season could start any day now.
My phone could ring and they say, guess what, we've had rain on the Tanami, the road's going to be closed, you can't leave.
Once the wet arrives, dirt roads will become impassable.
Can't help thinking, Tanami Road, here we come. I'm going to take this trailer away first and go to Balgo. That's my plan. But I best check the weather first, because with my luck, I'll head off to Balgo and find out it's raining before I even get out the gate. Monday, 80%, Tuesday, 90%, Wednesday, 70%. When I see a forecast that says 80% rain for the next 3 days, I feel sick.
The pressure is on. Steve needs to get loaded and leave. The first part of his load is a fragile electrical switch room.
You can imagine the panic if I delivered it and it was broken.
Upside down.
Oh, don't say it.
Yeah.
To get it on and off his truck, Steve's hired a side lifter trailer.
Last time I had one of these, we had a little breakdown right at the start, and then I had a major breakdown on the trip, and that was big drama. So we hope we don't have that this time.
The side lifter might be behaving itself, but the load isn't. Its balance is way out.
I might be having an issue with this because it's tilted that way. Maybe a forklift underneath, just to steady it and take it back so we can get that little bit of lift to get on this container pin.
Get this wrong, and the fragile components inside could cop a devastating knock.
It's always nerve-wracking. There's a lot of money inside that thing. Take the weight. That's it. Beautiful. This is on. I'm going down the road.
He's locked and loaded. But first, he needs to pick up more freight in the town of Karratha.
Now, can I get in there with a triple road train?
No.
No, so I'll have to break up here. Righto, mate, thank you. I've got to split this road train up to get access into the yard. The yard is too small to get a triple in.
He's already late. And splitting up his road train cost Steve another hour. And now he's wondering if it was a waste of time.
Oh, I've got a very strong feeling they would have loaded me through the gate with a triple and I would have turned around here. I'll go and find out what's going on. Looks like big open spaces to me, but...
Where's your trailer?
Just out there, just for interest's sake, would you have loaded me if I had to come in here with a triple?
Yeah, you suppose, yeah, you could have come over with a triple load.
I've just broken up your road train for nothing. That's why I'm late. You get really, truly frustrated about stuff like that.
After one knockback, Steve wants to load quickly.
Give us about another 6 inches to the front, will you, mate? Looking good.
Going on the back, one of two massive generators to supply a community with electricity. By the time Steve puts his road train back together, he's lost over 2 hours.
It's frustrating. It could have been done in half an hour if I had known I could have swung past the triple. So I'm going to get going now and I'm going to pick up my next generator in Port Hedland and I'll be loaded then.
Now, will you load me out the front there?
Yep, I'll let the front end know.
Excellent.
This time he's in luck. He can keep his trailers joined up.
It's not like the fiasco this morning where I actually broke the road train up on coming here with a triple unloading.
But only once the crane arrives to load. After an hour of waiting, Steve's getting impatient.
Oh, I've had enough of it. We're just doing a check to see how the crane's going. Hopefully he's nearly here, time's bleeding away.
Shouldn't be too long.
All right.
Finally, the crane turns up. But it's not the type Steve was expecting.
Excuse me, mate, can that lift and carry?
Lift and carry? No, mate, no.
So now you're telling me I have to break up?
Yeah, probably have to drop that dolly.
Righto, mate.
After wasting hours, it's the final straw.
Now it's not a goddamn lift and carry crane. I've got to break up my road train. I could scream. I can't believe this shit.
Mistakes and delays have cost Steve half a day. With the wet season marching closer, that could mean the difference between success and muddy failure.
It means tomorrow becomes another race against the clock and a race against the weather. It's my time. It's just I've got to keep accommodating other people and making up for their time. That's the frustrating thing.
But at last, the second of 2 generators is going on the back.
I'm more than happy there, copper, thank you. We're on.
And Steve has all his freight.
Well, I'm happy again. Once I chain this load down, I'm finally loaded. 7 days later, I'll have my load on.
All that's left now is to deliver this power station. 1,450 kilometres of harsh outback still stands in the way.
Just on the horizon, I can see red dust building. It's almost like there's weather coming in.
This part of Australia is notorious for its extreme climate.
I'm in the proper Pilbara hot now, it's hot. It's about 45 degrees out there maybe. Everything in this truck is running hot. My gearbox is running on 130 degrees Celsius today.
The punishing heat is pushing Steve's 20-year-old truck to the limit.
If I hurry too much, I will do wheel bearings and tyres, then I'll lose the time changing them. So I just drop the speed back when it's very hot.
After a brutal stretch, Steve wants to check his gear. Right away, it's not looking good.
I've seen this on the ground. That's a seal out of a hubcap. And now I've got a major bloody drama. This is a major drama. This is not good. Maybe got a bearing starting to pack up.
A failed wheel bearing could spell serious trouble.
This can develop into a dangerous situation. If you don't get this at this point, and it is a bearing that's collapsing, it collapses, runs red hot, catches fire, you burn your trailer and all this stuff to the ground, and or the wheel falls off, can fall off, and go wandering out into the bush. And I'm going to get a jack under that and see what the hell's going on there. What frustrates me is the clock's really ticking now, but I've got no choice but fix this, and it's where I get really annoyed.
If Steve's bearings are shot, the wheel will be loose.
There's no play in that.
For the first time on this run, Steve has caught a break. The wheel bearing is intact. But to keep it that way, he needs to replace the broken hubcap.
Cap there, that's the cap. That's what's left. That's where that lives. It's a good thing we're not on the dirt. That'll do her, I reckon.
Steve's about to get going when he spots another problem.
Looks like it's got some sort of fluid coming out of it, that genset. But I'm hoping it's diesel. I think it's diesel, which is spraying back all over the crane. I noticed a bit of dampness, but I didn't realise I had a major leak. Well, I can see a fuel tank. I can see a lot of fuel on the top of it, but the tank's supposed to be sealed. I would like the customer to to be happy with this thing before I take it out there. I'll ring them, it's their call. I want my client to meet me up here at the roadhouse and assess their equipment at this point in time. I want them to be happy in their mind to send me out there with these units. There's no sense in turning up with a gen set that doesn't work. That's not the plan.
At a remote roadhouse 900 kilometres from Balgo, the client is waiting. He isn't worried about the fuel leak, but something else catches his eye.
There's a gaping hole right up the middle of the board.
You're joking?
No. You probably wouldn't see it when it's sitting on the ground.
Well, I never noticed, I didn't realise. I saw the surface it was sitting on, I thought that was the bloody floor.
I'm sure we're getting sucking dirt all the way. You come and have a look at this.
I don't know if I want to have a look.
Steve has driven over 2,000 kilometres with a missing floor.
See, you never would have picked it that there was no floor when I loaded the thing. I mean, I'm walking around on it thinking, oh, that's good, that's smart, you know.
The switchboard is undamaged, but it won't stay that way if it remains open to the elements.
All the dust off the road train's just going to billow up in here and just fill this whole thing up with dust. Bugger all these switches.
You wouldn't think they'd let a board go like this if we get that sort of...
The switch room needs a floor if it's to survive the Tanami.
What's the best way here? Plastic, you reckon?
A couple of sheets of timber would do it.
This is a few hours, isn't it?
Oh, shit, yeah.
It's time Steve doesn't have.
This has cost us today. I can't take this unit out there with a great open floor space. That switchboard won't be worth sixpence when it gets out there.
The repairs mean a detour to the client's yard, a 60-kilometre round trip, and an anxious wait watching the clock and the sky.
Well, that's a drastic change of plan. Instead of heading east towards the Tanami, I'm now heading west into Broome. If I miss getting on that road by one day, that's the massive, massive consequences. We'll just sneak in through this mob's yard, going in the back way. How long do you reckon this repair will take?
5 o'clock tonight.
With hundreds of kilometres of punishing dirt to plough through, the patch job on the floor has to be done properly. But as time marches on, Steve's window is closing.
That's the stuff I'm worried about, and I can hear it crashing and banging. And when I leave here, that's where I'm going. Straight back out there into that.
The finishing touches are made.
I reckon that's bloody good.
Finally, Steve's all set. A last look at the weather map, and it's looking bleak.
There's a big storm there. I just hope it doesn't go across the Tanami.
Out on the open road, the ground is already saturated.
There's a lot of water on the side of the road through here. If that's happened on the Tanami, it'll shut it. Without a doubt. Simple as that.
And ahead, the signs are even more threatening.
It does make me a little bit nervous looking out the window and seeing those clouds now.
He's travelled nearly 3,000 kilometres to get here. Now, Steve's fate lies in the hands of the weather gods.
I think that's rain over the Tanami where I've got to go. That's it now. That's serious. Some of that rain's serious. I've got to get to the turn-off before that storm, or it's all over. There's the turn-off there. Now, what does that sign say? The moment of truth has come, and it is good. It's open to all traffic.
Steve's gamble has paid off.
Come on, Teague.
But he's not in the clear just yet.
That's thunder I'm hearing. It's all right, Teeny. Teeny worries about the thunder.
With 240 k's of bone-crunching corrugations between him and his destination, he needs to deflate his tyres to soften the blow.
I'm letting nearly half the pressure out of these tyres.
The fate of Steve's freight weighs heavily on his mind.
This concrete's been moving a bit all the way. I don't think it can move any more, but I've got an eye on it.
The time has come to tackle the Tanami.
The roads are all open. That's good news. I'm going to get into it.
At this time of year, half a metre of rain can fall in a day. Steve needs to put the hammer down. But only a few k's down the road, Steve's luck could be running out.
It's been a big gamble the whole trip. If it rains too much down here, I'll stop till it dries out. It might take weeks. It's taken me weeks before.
And it's not only ahead that he needs to worry about.
I'm about 5 kilometres into this road and it looks like I've got a drama back there with that concrete. This could be a nightmare.
With the wet season imminent, there are no other truckers out here. Steve's alone.
Strap's nearly gone.
To shift these 200 kilo slabs, Steve's only option,
this could be one of those loads,
is his own bare hands. With the temperature in the 40s and humidity at over 90%, it's sapping every last drop of Steve's energy and patience.
Fuck's sake. It's the business. No good sucking about it. Just deal with it.
With the road set to get even rougher, the concrete needs to be rock solid. And now, he's racing fading light. Next morning, a problem load, a damaging road, and a bad weather forecast are all troubling Steve.
But you never take the Tanami lightly. You never know what you're going to get. No matter how many trips you do out this road and other roads like it, there's no getting away from the fact that this is hard, lonely country.
But there's company Steve can always count on. Corrugations. And Steve's struggling to keep a close eye on his concrete.
This road's been shaken and rattled them a bit. I've got no idea what's going on back there. And that's still nice and tight. That's good to see.
The slabs are holding fast. But now Steve spotted something else.
Shit. That's a problem.
The diesel generator has sprung a leak.
Whatever Johnny thought he plugged up in there yesterday, I don't think it's plugged up today.
Damaged goods damages Steve's reputation.
That is a mess.
It's a blow so close to the finish line.
Got 30 k's to go in there. I'm inclined to not even open that cabinet door. I'm going to go to Balgo with it and sort it out there.
But now, Steve's hit the worst section of the entire trip.
Corrugations are the one thing that sends every truck driver spare.
Threatening to make the spill even worse.
All I can do is walk this load in. I reckon I've got the town down to about 3 kilometres now. It's feeling like an awfully long 3 kilometres.
It's make or break for Steve.
I'm moving up and down like this.
And his freight.
You can imagine what's going on back there on those trailers. All right, I'm here.
After a marathon 6 days at the wheel, Steve's beaten the wet season and the Tanami and made it to Balgo.
I'm a happy man.
But the job's not done until his freight is safely unloaded. Steve's hauled a side-lifting crane, thousands of kilometres especially for the job. But it's not working.
Something's not right.
The chain connecting the container to the crane has jammed. This time, help is at hand.
That chain there, mate. I'll just take a bit of pressure off it.
He tries again to lift the container to free the chain, but it won't budge.
All right, shut the crane out. I'm locked out now. Everything's shut out.
And now the crane engine has jammed completely.
100% loading.
Warning.
Rear crane.
Out here, a problem like this could cost Steve days and big dollars.
Thing.
He's running out of options.
So either a fuse, or I've got to turn the isolator on and off, and that resets it. We'll just check these fuses first.
But you think you've got to get the weight off here first, wouldn't you?
Well, you'd reckon it would, but it won't.
When all else fails, turn it off.
I think there's a reset button here.
And on. It's fixed. After nearly 3,500 brutal kilometres.
Done.
Now, mate, can you tell me if that moves straight away as soon as this one moves?
A simple reboot
Beautiful.
has done the trick. It's been a marathon run, but this Outback legend has done it yet again.
There's a big hole, gaping hole right up the middle of the board.
You joking?
Dodging endless disasters.
They've got some damage done to them already.
To deliver a much-needed power station.
I want to have a look in here and see if I can see what the dieseline leak is.
Might just be diesel venting out. I don't think there's anything to concern about. There's no major
obvious hemorrhages.
That's beautiful, mate. Thank you.
No worries, Copper. I'm glad you got it.
But there's one last check.
You're going to grab a spanner, look in that container. This is when it'll go quiet.
Before Steve Grahame can call job done.
Phew, that's a relief.
The switch room's in mint condition.
It's always a damn good feeling that he gets in and you open the door and there's a nice new switch room sitting there.
Steve can start the long road home. And life for the remote community of Balgo can go on.
We end up going on some of the worst roads in Australia, in some of the oldest trucks around. But we still manage to do a good job and enjoy it.
Russell's latest mission, trucking a rickety mobile building to a remote station. It's 250 kilometres of intense, unforgiving country.
We've got a few tricks up our sleeve and we're going to be pulling all of them out to get the second-hand building to where it's got to go without any carnage.
Top of the list, readying the flimsy structure for the road ahead. Cruel experience has taught him to avoid any shortcuts.
It seemed to take a bit longer than most people getting these huts ready to transport, but I know the road that we're going to have to go on, and if I don't do all the preparations now, this thing won't be in the same condition when it gets there.
Prep's done, and Russell sets himself a challenge.
We're going to put this cup on there. We're going to close the door now, and when we get to the other side of Hart's Bluff, we'll open the door and see it's still there.
This 14-metre-long hut is ready for liftoff.
We just need to force this end over this way a little bit. Yep, beautiful.
One load on, two more to go.
We're going to pick up now a 20-foot container and a smaller 10-foot container. We'll go back and we'll just knock together our three-trailer road train. I'll adjust a few chains and swap a few things around.
Hooked up, secured, and ready to go.
We'll head on out of town.
53 metres of road train on 62 tyres.
Well, we're just leaving Alice Springs now. We've got the McDonnell Ranges off to our left.
Beyond the ranges lies the desert. Russell's driving into it alone and in the height of summer. Outside, it's 40 degrees plus, and Russell's old truck has no air conditioner. In these blistering temperatures, tyres are a constant worry.
Well, just popped the drive tyre.
To make matters worse, the flat tyres rolled off the rim.
It's gone flat. I can't see any visible, like tear marks in the side or any giant holes. See if I can inflate it. And then once it's pumped up, determine where or why there's leaking out of it. I'd like to be able to fix it rather than change it because it's a bit warm out here.
Jacking up his road train and wrestling with 50 kilos of hot rubber would be a recipe for heat stroke. To get the tyre back onto its rim with minimal effort, Russell has an unconventional approach. He may look like an angry pyromaniac, but Russell's got science behind him. The air consumed by the fire should suck the tyre onto the rim. But it's not working.
But normally I just put a spray of that around when it's not that hot. Just light it, draws its air from the inside and poof, the tyre seals.
Finally, success.
Bit of persistence. That was about the last try and then it was coming off.
Now to find the puncture.
I can hear it now quite clearly. The hole in the back here. Something in there. I'll dig that out first and see what I can see. Couldn't read about it. It's an old plug.
It's an old repair job that's come apart.
Tyre's nearly at the end of its life anyway, so we just do something to get it through.
He hopes a new plug will fix it.
Look at that, like brand new. Should be all right. We'll get going.
Russell and his patch tyre are about to hit the hard part of this journey.
It's only about 58 k's from here to Arts Bluff. And about another 30 odd k's after that we've got to go, but this 58 k's could kill this demountable.
The rocky road ahead will push his worn-out tyres and his worn-out load to breaking point.
I'm going to have to take them down to about 40 odd, and that should give this hut a smooth ride in.
Less air in the tyres will cushion the blows from the road.
Rightio, all good to go.
Until now, Russell's coffee cup has hung in there, but the road ahead is notorious for breaking more than just china.
Tyre tracks means it's gone full dusty, it's chopped up.
Holes in the road surface fill with fine dust.
These bull dust holes are little surprises. You don't know how deep they are, and that's hitting them too fast. It's the sort of thing that's going to cause damage to the hut.
His load, outside and in, is relying on him being at the top of his game.
I'm still pretty confident that that cup we positioned back there for a joke is still all right.
Now, a dry creek bed to negotiate.
A few overhanging trees here. We're just going to have to pick the right line. We've got to sort of take it out wide, make sure that the demountable building doesn't collect one of the tree branches overhead.
He's through without a scratch.
Let's still be fingers crossed about that coffee cup. It's just coming on sunset. We're just sort of coming into Harsh Bluff now.
He's nearing his drop-off point.
Just about to get up to where we're going to camp. There's a nice breeze, and I'm looking forward to a nice view in the morning.
It's not the view he had in mind.
Must have leaked.
But that's not the half of it. Further back, more carnage from the road.
Yeah, all we've had here is a wheel bearing, like collapse. Won't be able to travel with this thing.
The nearest workshop is over 200 kilometres away. Russell will need all his bush mechanic skills to drive away from this one.
I'll give it a quick squirt of air and then we might be all right.
While he hopes the flat is a minor repair, the wheel bearing is not. To fix this problem, he needs to first unload the hut. Out here, the only way to do that is with his loader. It's a tricky operation. He has to make sure he gets the forks in exactly the right spot. Balancing a 6-ton, 14-metre hut on 2 forks is an extremely risky manoeuvre. A sudden jerk or a gust of wind and this flimsy building could hit the dirt.
Perfect. Can't have a look inside and see how it travelled.
The moment of truth for his china cup.
Oh well, the cup's still there. No tricks. Would have only had to go like that and it would have come off.
With the weight safely off his trailer, Russell can turn to the wheel bearing problem. The hub is completely destroyed. Without any spare parts, he needs to get creative. Working on his own in over 40-degree heat, Russell's just about had it.
I'm a bit out of condition. It's a bit hot.
His rig has 62 wheels. Russell thinks he can get by with one less. A makeshift sling will keep the bare hub from dragging along the ground.
Had a fair bit of tyre drama coming out here. All became a bit evident this morning when we had a look around. Anyway, it's all done now. I might sit on out of here, get a bit of breeze going through me.
Next stop, Alice Springs. He's got a long list of repairs and a little less rubber on the road. But for this Outback trucker, it's another mission completed. In the sweltering tropics of northeastern Australia,
it is bone-shattering, truck-smashing road.
Things are about to get serious for long-haul trucker Turbo. This one-man bandwagon likes a laugh and loves his truck.
Hell yeah, that's what I like.
But where he's heading is no joke.
It will absolutely destroy human and machine.
The dirt roads of the remote Cape York Peninsula are bold, barren, and brutal.
Because here, on dirt, you've literally gone to hell on earth.
This is the real world. This is real trucking.
The 47-year-old's been hired to deliver 13 tonnes of vehicles to the mining port of Weipa at the very tip of Australia's far north. They're needed on site in one piece in 2 days' time. It's as tough a job as they come. But with a business to run, Turbo can't afford to pick and choose where he takes his truck.
Do about 1,400 kilometres of dirt driving. That's a lot of dirt for a major highway.
With his load and his laundry secure,
The only way to dry your washing.
Turbo's ready to roll. But as he's about to leave, he spots a problem.
That's the header tank for the radiator.
The header tank's leaking precious coolant. It's a major warning sign.
If that blows, I lose all the water and blow a motor.
Less than 3 months ago, Turbo's previous truck blew up. He's had to dig deep to lay out $90,000 on a replacement rig. If this one blows, it could sink his business.
The hotter it gets, the more they can crack and perish, and I can't get another one. This has to be ordered from 4,000 kilometres away.
Waiting for a replacement would cost Turbo this job.
Better hope it don't blow.
He's got no choice but to tough it out and hit the road. With 1,900 kilometres of hot, bone-shaking road ahead, the last thing Turbo needs is mechanical headaches.
That header tank is always going to play on my mind until I replace it.
He'll have to go steady or risk losing his livelihood.
I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to be stupid about it.
Go too slow and he risks missing his deadline. His tyres are smashing into millions of corrugations. Bumps in the road that grow worse every time a vehicle passes over them. With his truck already leaking precious coolant, Turbo must back off.
If I go flat out, all it's going to do is just absolutely destroy the truck. It's going to destroy me. Definitely do some major damage to the vehicle on the back. Probably even lose one.
On the bone-dry track, there's another potentially lethal danger.
The issue that you've got is when we've got these things coming.
Powdery dirt, or bull dust, means Turbo can't see what's coming his way.
We basically drive blind.
In the last 8 years, 12 people have died attempting to ride this road. With massive trucks reaching closing speeds of 150 kilometres an hour, by the time Turbo spots trouble, it could be too late.
Try not to do any damage myself, but because it's the dirt road, it's going to flick rocks up everywhere.
Flying rocks could also mean serious damage for Turbo's $260,000 freight.
Smash windscreens. It's not fun.
It's not long before Turbo hears a problem.
It's either I've popped the tyre or I've broken a windscreen.
But before he can pull up and check, there's more trouble.
Looks like they're doing roadworks up here somewhere.
The narrow detour,
running right on the edge of the trees,
means Turbo can't stop. With every metre, the road could be wreaking even more havoc on his truck. Finally, it's safe to stop and take a look. Once the bull dust settles,
look there.
Behind the cab, there's a worrying sight.
Straps have come off.
2 straps on a $60,000 car have been shaken loose by the pounding. If Turbo had gone much further, he could have lost the vehicle.
It's been moving that much.
With 300 kilometres of dirt still to come, the road is getting worse.
I'm doing about 12k an hour.
His whole rig's taking a beating. A constant worry is Turbo's leaking radiator tank. If it cracks, his engine will cook.
If I don't basically come to a crawl, I will literally shatter my truck to pieces.
after 10 hours of torture. Finally, Turbo's reached his overnight camp. Before he can relax, he wants to check his freight. On the rear vehicle,
Hey, you mother...
there's trouble. The violence of the road has shaken off its tailgate.
That's bird shit welding.
Amazingly, it's clung on underneath the vehicle. Damaged goods aren't good for Turbo's business. But with another punishing day on the dirt tomorrow, he'll have to tough it out and hope his freight can make it in one piece. But with pressure comes mistakes.
I'm an idiot. I happened to town out a guy last night. Didn't even think about it. That could be major catastrophe, that. Because it's blocking the airflow. But I literally could have cooked the engine.
The relentless strain is starting to tell.
Getting your load and your rig there in one piece and back, it really tests the driver.
But Turbo must stay sharp for the next challenge. A herd of wandering Brahman cattle. Turbo's $90,000 rig is barely worn in. Hitting a 600-kilo animal could wreck it. While he's missed the bovine jaywalker,
Cattle!
Turbo suspects there's more damage to his truck.
$3,000 light.
It's another casualty of the bone-shaking road. For Turbo, it's the last straw.
Spotlight's broken off, $1,000 light. It's gone missing. I'm pissed at that. I can't just buy one. I've got to buy a set, so that's $2,000 for a set.
It's a big chunk of Turbo's profit gone.
I worked my ass off to get nice things, and this happens.
He may have lost one battle, but the war's almost over. Turbo's destination, Weeper, is in sight. On this highway through hell, Turbo slugged it out with corrugations.
I'm wishing that smooth out.
Stressed over his truck.
That header tank is always going to play on my mind.
And risked his life.
We basically drive blind.
To survive one of Australia's meanest strips of dirt. Now, it's time to deliver.
This is going to be good. That's now another customer happy. It's another delivery well done. Timeline, distance, the whole lot. She ran like a dream, which is good. So that's another happy ending for this new girl.
On the edge of the Simpson, in the tiny town of Birdsville, 61-year-old Peter Barnes, or Barnesy, runs the only garage in town.
I don't think you're going over the desert, is it?
He's been a mechanic for 30 years and a jack of all trades for even longer.
I fix everything. You name it, I don't know, I do everything.
Barnesy's specialty, search and rescue missions deep into the Simpson.
First thing they think is, oh hell, how am I going to get out of here? But at least help is around.
His secret weapon, the Man. An ex-German army truck that's been modified to go where others can't.
Got a heart of gold though, this truck.
What it's got is a heavy-duty 13-litre V8 265 horsepower engine. And it's about to be put to its ultimate test.
Like 170 k's from here.
3 men are stranded in the desert, and only Barnesy has the gear and the know-how to find them.
Got a broken axle, I reckon, in a Land Rover.
He's been told they've been there 2 days. He needs to rescue them before they run out of supplies. But as he gets ready to leave, now a howling wind is blowing across the desert, shifting sand dunes and hiding tracks.
Yeah, I've got to make the car stay on there. It's rough, it's slow.
Barnsley's job has just got a whole lot harder.
We're out of here.
It's 4 a.m. in Birdsville, Queensland. Barnsley has a serious day ahead of him.
Oh, well, we're heading off. 5 hours earlier than I'd like to be awake.
But first, he's got to climb a gigantic 40-metre sand dune. So notorious, it's got its own name.
Well, we're just in Big Red now, so this is the start of the sand hills. And if I can leave my tyres up, I do. But it might not go up here, you know.
Strong winds have pushed the sand around, making the dunes softer and boggier.
That lip on the top of those sand hills blown up from that half dust storm yesterday.
He's cleared the first part of Big Red. But a steeper hump is still to come. The truck's tyres are losing grip.
That's the end of us.
Round 1 to Big Red.
Soft down the top, that's from the wind. Blowing up the yesterday.
He'll have to let his tyres down and hope that'll give him the extra traction to get over Big Red. But with low air pressure, his tyres are at greater risk of puncture.
Gives a bigger footprint, you know, in the sand.
If Barnsley can't clear this dune, 3 men will be at the mercy of the desert.
Let's go. See, we'll give this a go.
This time, he makes it.
That's all right, but that's no fun.
But there's plenty more to come.
They can't run up a sand hill quickly, it just climbs every hill.
After lost time on Big Red, Barnsley wants to push hard.
You gotta realise it's rough, pretty rough out here.
His biggest weakness are his tyres, especially after he's let them down.
These tyres worry me. If there's any tree roots sticking in, cut the sidewall, that's it, it's all over.
If Barnsley gets more than 2 flat tyres, he's finished.
Only got 1 spare on the thing. Sometimes you wish you had 10.
But each tyre is worth $1,600, a crippling running cost.
Go along this salt edge of this salt lake now for a while. Right back into these sand hills. 160 k's from Birdsville now, and that's fairly remote. Can't come out here real prepared, otherwise you might get stuck in the desert, you know?
For drivers stranded out here, Barnsley's their only hope.
Most people are pretty happy to see you. Looking for this bloke. We're looking for this bloke now, around about where he should be. And what I usually do when I start getting close, start looking up these gullies in case they've just driven up there to camp, you know?
Barnsley's getting worried. He should have found them by now.
Not like we're going too fast in this thing, so it should be able to see them. Normally they take, you know, they're on the side of the road where they stop.
Suddenly, he spots a lone figure.
I was bloke down there on top of the hill, so I suppose that's where the car is. What are you waiting for a ride, mate?
How are you?
Good.
I'm Bill.
Bill, how are you, Bill?
Hello, Barnsley. How are you going?
Good.
Just over that rise, down the bottom and on the right-hand side.
No worries. We're over here, just over this hill here somewhere on the right area, and everything's right.
Finally, the cavalry's arrived.
Morning.
Thank you guys, sir.
Yeah, how you getting on out here?
Yeah, we're doing all right. We parked up and made the call and waited it out. So this is day 3.
John, Barnesy. John.
My brother Bill.
Yeah, I met Bill.
Oh, right, okay, up the road there.
Bill was 10 k's down there.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
No worries.
We were quite relieved to see that big truck come over the hill, that's for sure.
The crippled vehicle can drive, but its four-wheel drive capability's gone.
We got movement, but not for this kind of country.
It's like coming out here in your push bike.
The Land Rover weighs 3 tonnes. Barnesy will have to piggyback it over the same dunes he barely cleared while empty.
Handbrake work.
To make it back, Barnesy will have to adjust his air pressure. This time, he pumps his tyres up to handle the extra weight.
Got about 50 of these now.
But now he runs a much bigger risk of getting bogged. This dune isn't even a big one.
Might get over yet.
But the extra weight is pushing Barnesy's truck to its limits.
Bits off.
13 litres of V8 power might not be enough for this heavy hitchhiker.
Give one more go. Slow 10 k's here, getting down the suspension line. It's pretty rough on the car on the back. Yeah. Spare tyre fell off.
Corrugations, etc., just bounced off the gas cylinder and it's hanging over the side here. So we're going to put it in the back seat. It'll be a lot safer there. There's nothing else that can come off, Barty.
Sure, it's right now. That's how a Land Rover falls off.
I can keep driving if it does.
The salt flakes give a short break from the battering of the sand dunes. But on the other side, a patch of scrub full of tyre-piercing sticks.
Scary through here, all the scrub, favourites. Look at that, crossing wrong.
Barnesy's tyres make it through.
What do you reckon? Is that, put that dent in that door, did it?
But the trees still get him.
About 70 k's from home.
Still standing between Barnesy and Birdsville, the mother of all dunes.
I think we'll be going over Big Red on the sunset.
Barnesy's now only 40 kilometres from home, but the desert still has him in its grip.
No easy way out of this desert. Big Red.
At 40 metres high, Big Red is the Simpsons' biggest sand dune. The sunset from its peak is spectacular, drawing dozens of tourists. Tonight, they're in for an even bigger show. Barnesy's taking it on, fully loaded.
Big Red, fellas, finally made it.
Mission accomplished. After a 17-hour slog, Barnsey, his truck and 3 relieved travellers have made it out of the Simpson, alive. On the streets of Perth, one-man business Turbo is reaching the end of his rope.
If people want to understand what stress is, I invite them. Come and step into my shoes for 2 weeks. That hurt. Live how I live for 2 weeks. Beans! I don't need these right now. Do what I do. Get in there!
Turbo's been on the road for over a month now. He's desperate to see his family, but he can't scrape a load together to pay his way home.
My way of coping with it is to be a nut job.
Look, a starfish. See? Starfish.
It don't look like they're coming to get me.
Turbo's finally found a customer. She's moving house.
Lid go down, lid go up. Lid go down, lid go up.
But all of her gear doesn't pile up to much. As a one-man, one-truck business, the pressure's always on.
Really gentle, mate.
To take whatever job comes up. And right now, Turbo needs all the work he can scrounge.
What?
A recent back injury has kept him off the road for 6 weeks.
Every time that wheel doesn't turn, it costs a couple of $1,000. Those wheels turn, they make money.
Turbo's back's still far from 100%. But he can't afford to rest up. He's just got wind of a load up the coast in Geraldton. It's an 860-kilometre detour, but if it pays off, it could be his ticket home.
It feels good after a couple of months out, but at this stage I can't relax yet. I can't let my guard down.
But on the open road, disaster lurks around every corner.
Sparks flying out from under this trailer. Something's going on, mate. Back in down, hey? Give us some note.
As I'm driving along, it felt like something hit the wheel. I felt a tug in the trailer. I've looked in the mirror and I've just seen sparks literally flying everywhere. Straight away, that's telling me I've got an issue. Major issue. All I need right now.
Clues to what happened lie 400 metres back up the road. A massive steel box welded onto Turbo's trailer has broken free, hitting the highway like a bomb.
That's how much impact there was.
It's smashed open, hurling its contents hundreds of metres along the road.
There's at least 10 grand's worth of gear laying here on the road. And shit all over the road. That's... I need this right now. And God knows what gear I've actually lost. I am absolutely pissed off. My gut is turning. That's how I feel.
Turbo's got a big job cleaning up the damage.
So now I've got to gather it all up. Somehow I've got to drag 1.5 tons of gear back up the road.
But suddenly, he needs to act quickly. Another truck's coming.
Yeah, take care here, northbound, and just come over the ridge, eh?
And Turbo's radio isn't working.
Yeah, northbound, and just watch it, eh? Back it down, mate, back it down. We've got shit all over the road here.
If the truck collides with this mess, it could set off a far bigger accident. With Turbo's radio not working, he can't warn the driver.
Just run over me gear, it's all right, kid. Too bad if I was on the road. Mate.
With no way of alerting passing trucks, Turbo needs to clear the road fast. But this is no small job.
Probably about 5 o'clock in the morning by the time I get to Geraldton and get to bed. Oh, let's just turn this into a long night. Well, that's the last.
Back at his truck, there's more work to do.
That there is the whole frame. This part here, this flat bar, should actually be pointing downwards. It hasn't been welded on there properly.
The flying toolbox has also made its mark on Turbo's trailer.
That K and a half, it's already scrubbed that tyre out. I gotta pry that off of there. At least get it off enough. So it's not gonna f that tyre.
To make matters worse, the clean-up job is taking its toll on Turbo's sore back. But it's the impact on his bank balance that hurts the most.
At a rough estimate, there's probably 8 to 10 grand's worth of gear that was sitting in that box. I've probably recovered 5 grand of it, say 3 or 4 grand. That's belongs to the wilderness now.
Making money out of this journey has just taken a U-turn into the red.
Heap of shit! Don't need this right now. Come around, go past.
After the dramas with his toolbox, Turbo has finally made it to the town of Geraldton.
Reached our destination.
Yeah, where? Mate, I'm picking up a side tipper and a prime mover at your place. I'm just trying to find out where you are exactly.
So it's inside the toll yard. It'll be on the front fence in the grassed area there to the right-hand side.
Now it's time to focus on putting the rest of his load together. Going on the truck, another rig, and its trailer. But it isn't as straightforward as it might seem. Somehow, Turbo must fit everything around the car and furniture he already picked up in Perth.
I can't see crap, mate. How much room have I got at the back? I've still got to be able to get my ramps up. It's all right, it's only plastic.
Now for the trailer.
That's the edge. Keep going like that. Put the dolly lock in.
But Turbo may have bitten off more than he can chew.
How close is that?
He's using every inch of his trailer, and he still hasn't got the car on.
It's not mine. Yeah, I'll get it on. And you know what that means too, don't you? That means that's a challenge.
Even minus the dolly trailer, it's going to be tight.
I'll get it on, trust me.
Centimetre perfect. Finally, Turbo can head for home, 4,700 kilometres away. His journey has just begun. At $2,000 for a top-up, it's a big drain on tight finances.
Oh, people.
Suddenly, there's more bad news.
I just blew a clutch. That's not good.
It's yet another blow. He must get his old truck moving. The fix is textbook Turbo.
Thank you.
Force the truck into gear as he fires up the engine. Now he's in gear, he'll be able to move. But a busted clutch means a whole new driving style.
I've actually got to turn the truck off every time I want to put it in the gear now.
On top of his destroyed toolbox, Turbo's now looking at a $2,500 bill for a new clutch. Money he can't spare.
Now that's just basically eating into my profits.
All Turbo can do is hit the road and wait for his luck to turn, which may take a bit longer yet.
And how am I supposed to eat that? Yeah, I think that'll be a later thing. God, I can't even get it off my hands now.
Further down the road, Turbo's fortunes still haven't changed, but the winds have.
And just bang out of nowhere, it was just like a mini cyclone hit me.
Gale force winds have suddenly sprung up. Turbo's driving straight into them.
With this headwind, it's playing absolute havoc. It's grabbing me and it's just slamming me.
His fuel consumption is blowing out.
I would probably, at the moment, average 500 metres to a litre. I have no fuel economy.
And his tarpaulin is blowing loose.
The biggest thing that's causing the drama, inside this tipper, the whole top of it's open. So the wind's just going straight inside the bin and it's just acting like a big parachute. It's not the first time I've faced tornado-like conditions, especially sort of when we get out towards the Nullarbor there.
Turbo faces a long and winding road home. At any moment, this wind could blow him right over.
It's just playing havoc. It's grabbed me and literally slammed me straight off the road.
Standing between Turbo and home is one of the most grueling stretches of road in Australia. The Nullarbor Plain. Joining the east and west of the country, it's 1,000 kilometres of no towns, no people, no trees, nothing. Out here, a trucker has plenty of time to think. And there's one problem that's been playing on Turbo's mind for weeks.
That's not good. Oil coming out of the filter. And some gaskets, I got home and I never even had time to fix it because I had to run around and do other things. And I'm starting to stress now. I'm worried that I can blow that sump gasket completely and utterly out now, halfway across the paddock somewhere. If it does, it's going to be a lot of fun because I can't get a spare part at all.
Without a sump gasket, Turbo's truck won't be able to hold oil. If it runs dry, his engine will seize up. A replacement engine will cost $45,000. Cash Turbo can't spare.
What I'm looking for, if I've done an oil seal or something like that around the sump, you'll actually see the splashback off the oil. It's telltale signs of the oil over the trailer.
While there's no sight of oil, there is another warning sign. Heat is pouring through the cab floor.
And I can actually feel it under my foot now. She's starting to actually burn. I have got oil spray up the back. It's covered the car, it's covered this. I'm glad I had a tarp over the furniture.
Litres of precious oil have been leaking from his truck.
I literally have no oil left in the engine.
All Turbo can do is refill the engine and hope he makes it to safety.
It's just going to be enough to sort of limp into Port Augusta to do the repairs.
If his oil runs dry now, his journey and his engine will be history. In the space of just 3 days, he's wrecked his clutch, smashed his toolbox, and blown his oil sump gasket. For most truckers, it will be enough to drive them to despair. But Turbo has his own way of dealing with the pressure.
My way of coping with it is to be a nut job. You've just entered Turbo World.
Spend too long on this vast remote plain, and it can start playing tricks on your mind.
It's notorious for UFO sightings or sightings of something.
But down the road, Turbo spots some flashing lights, and these ones are for real.
How you doing, mate?
As always, he's ready to help a fellow trucker in need.
See if you can start it. Can you go again?
Wait.
I can hear it sparking.
The truck's electrics have died.
There's no phone service or nothing now, so he can't even ring for help. So basically, I'm his only lifeline.
And the driver's at a complete loss.
Poor fella's got no idea. He's got no mechanical idea on it. Go again.
But no amount of coaxing can bring the truck back to life.
It's actually come down to a computer shutdown. But why? I don't exactly know.
All Turbo can do is call for help once he gets back into phone range and rack this up as another mystery of the Nullarbor. Turbo's finally been able to patch up his truck.
Well, my sum's all sorted out and I was able to do the mechanical repair overnight. I've got that sorted out. Now she's actually running sweet as. And at least I haven't got oil pouring out everywhere.
To celebrate, he's knocked up a feast.
So it's just a bushman stew, slice of bread, sit down and watch a sunset like that. The best office in the world.
For the last few weeks, Turbo's been desperate to get home. And there's a deeper reason why.
I ended up crook a few weeks ago, and the doctors actually found a fungus growing in my blood. So it's experimental drugs that I've got to go on. If they don't work, then it's a case I go into radiation treatment and I get treated the same as leukemia. It's a emotional roller coaster up and down, and I only found out sort of a couple of weeks ago that I have actually got it. So, you know, look, it is still a very touchy subject. I haven't even told my wife about it. You know, I've just got to find the right moment to be able to talk to her about it. That's something I'm not going to sit there on a telephone and tell her. I'm going to tell her face to face. Yeah, no, it's... I've promised the wife and daughter I'd actually call in and see them tomorrow afternoon.
But as night falls, it's feeding time, and the road is thick with kangaroos.
Oh, they slow it down. I do not like hitting kangaroos because of the damage that they do. Hitting a root is like hitting a brick wall.
Turbo's no stranger to the damage they can cause.
Cruise, straight under the trailer. Rip the slack adjuster out and pull the brakes apart.
Even with a heavy-duty bull bar, no truck is safe.
It's not just the front where you can hit them down the side of the truck. You can rupture a fuel tank. You still run the chance and the risk of doing damage.
Swerving a 37-metre road train out of the way isn't an option. All Turbo can do is back off. But sometimes, even that's not enough. That's what I hate about roads. I don't know where the hell I got him, but I got him. When you hit them, they will rip out left, right and centre. A wheel spacer between two tyres is wrecked.
That's the damage they do.
Turbo can't go on until he's made repairs.
It actually keeps the two sets of rims and wheels separated. Because that's gone, they'll just flap around, they'll end up coming off and killing some because there's no weight on them.
Turbo's out of phone range, and the next town is over 200 kilometres away. He'll have to make an emergency fix here.
Got to jack it up. I'm going to pull all this wheel off, and then I've got to chain the axle up.
Turbo can't drive on the damaged wheels, but in order to chain up the truck's axle, he'll have to work on the flat road surface. blocking a whole lane.
I can't get off the road. I'm actually in the road.
And now there's a truck coming.
Hopefully he's got enough brains, because if this half asleep and he doesn't see me, he'll plough straight in the back of this.
While the driver's seen Turbo, he hasn't stopped to help. And this is a two-man job. Turbo's desperate to get moving. He promised his family he'd be home in a matter of hours.
Come on!
He needs to tie off the axle with a chain and lower the jack. If the jack slips or the chain snaps, 22 tons of trailer could come crashing down.
Because if that goes bang, it will cut me in half.
He's chained up his axle. Now he needs to get two 55-kilo wheels onto his trailer. It's a severe test of his bad back.
That's done.
Turbo's lost precious hours.
I guess we better make like a frog and hop on our way. Yeah.
His patience is wearing thin.
All my plans with my family today are completely and utterly gone out the window.
Next morning, the first job is to replace the broken wheel spacer. And this time, Turbo can't do it alone.
A two-man job. 200 kilos and I'm trying to lift, twist, push, pull and turn. And I don't have another bloody 20-ton squat jack.
He needs help.
Must be you coming over the hill now, is it, old mate? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's me. Thank God for two-way radios. I've actually radioed this guy who's coming through town. He's actually going to pull up and give me another bottle jack.
After helping out his fellow truckers time and again, Turbo finally gets his kindness repaid.
All right, well, thanks for that, mate. All back on the road, all good. Rang my wife. She's not too happy. Every time I promise her something, I always seem to break it. Yeah, I do feel guilty because I promised my daughter I was going to fix her bike for her today. Well, I'm still 1,200 miles away from them, and that's just another one of the promises to my daughter I've broken. I've told them, come morning, come sunrise, I will be there for them, so when they open their eyes, they will see me there.
But finally, Turbo's reached the end of the road.
More exercise.
From his base in Karratha, Johnny Dowell is going to great pains to hook up his road train right.
Make sure the handle doesn't snap back shut.
53-year-old Johnny has driven big rigs for 30 years in the remote northwest. It's cruel country to be a trucker.
You wouldn't want to get stuck out there. I normally prepare myself with plenty of tucker and plenty of water, and if that doesn't work, you just get under a tree and squat down and howl.
On this job, Johnny's hauling house frames.
I think one's a 5-bedroom, one's a 3-bedroom, bit of structural steel.
Stacks of uneven steel makes for difficult freight. It slides easily, working loose on the smoothest of roads.
You pull up and you'll see things have moved. Get out, give it another snog up, and you just got to keep an eye on it all the time.
A tall order where Johnny's going. He's heading into the Tanami Desert in the peak of the dry season. It's Australia's most northern desert. The Tanami spans 184,000 square kilometres of starving wilderness. Slicing through it is one of the most unique...
It's got a little bit of everything.
Dangerous...
Bit stony, lots of corrugations.
And unpredictable stretches of dirt. The Tanami Track.
But I enjoy it. Nothing like a challenge. We're going to put walls on first, which will be these big square bits.
But Johnny's first challenge is loading.
Go in this end a bit.
9 tonnes of uneven steel is an awkward jigsaw puzzle.
What we try and do is get all the flat steel on the floor of the trailer, try and make a platform so all the heavy stuff's on the bottom.
That end's got to go in a bit.
The hardest fit are the A-frames.
You can't really sit them on anything because you'll end up rubbing a hole through something else. Side shift.
He thinks he's got it.
That'll do.
Now to try and hold it in place.
Probably here tying shit on for a while anyway.
It's a big job, calling for 300 metres of straps.
Just tie everything on with rope once. Yeah, these are one of the best inventions ever. They look like they're glued on really good, don't they? But they'll try to escape. That's it.
With the job done, there's only one place Johnny's going now.
Wake me up when we get there.
For tomorrow's road, he'll need all the rest he can get. This part of Australia is a mining hub with some very big trucks on the road. The only way of knowing if one's around the corner is over the radio.
Northbound 2 at 8 metres, mate.
No worries, mate. I'll pull up and make some room.
Yeah.
They'll have anything between 50 and 100 tonnes sitting on the truck, so you let them have everything. Yeah, you don't really want to run into one of those.
Back on the road, and Johnny gets another urgent message.
Flapping around near the last of your tyres,
I've got one strap coming loose by the sound of it. It's flapping around like that. If it's long enough and it gets in the wheel and the wheel grabs hold of it, it'll probably rip the strap off. Well, this one here looks a bit loose. That doesn't look right, does it?
Johnny's only 2 hours into his run.
That's broken. Snap clean off.
On smooth bitumen, he's already breaking straps.
Bit short now.
It's not looking good for the rough dirt ahead. All he can do is replace it and pray he doesn't break any more.
This is on the lovely part of the road. How are we going to go when we get out there?
With time lost fixing his load, Johnny's deadline is entering his thoughts.
I've got to be in Balgo by 12 o'clock tomorrow because they've booked a machine to unload it.
He needs to get a push on. But not everyone appreciates his urgency.
They come out and scare the shitters out of everybody using the road. And there's no shortage of them. One way or the other, this car better get out of my way. I don't know what I'll be saying. This truck up this bloke's ass. Northbound road train, approaching the mini bridge. Load still hanging in.
After a lot of hard driving, he's made it to the start of the dirt.
This is a Tanami. Let a bit of air out of the tyres. Have a look at everything to make sure it's on good. Take a deep breath and go for it.
Johnny has now covered more than 80% of his drive, but the short stretch ahead has him the most worried.
This 350 will take longer than that 850 probably.
Letting down his tyres will soften the impact from the violent bumps ahead.
It takes all the jar out of everything.
One final check, and he's committed. The Tanami comes out swinging. Johnny knows his load is getting battered.
It's continuous wriggling.
But with all the dust, he can only imagine the damage.
I can't see properly. I'll get out and have a look. I reckon there'll be more movement in the camp by now. Yeah, see, this is starting to try and escape already. Look at that. That one's broken, is it? Loose one.
It's a depressing sight, especially so early on the dirt.
I've probably only done 20 Ks out of 350.
Johnny's only brought 20 spare straps with him.
Two broken. At this rate, after 20 Ks, I don't know if I'm going to have 100.
Further back, the news doesn't get any better.
See that? Working its way back out, where it'll rub that strap and that one there will probably eventually rub through and snap.
The day is wasting away.
This might be one of those jobs where you wish you were getting paid by the hour. It's not looking good up here. It's going to be a problem.
With over 300 kilometres still to run, Johnny's delivery deadline of midday tomorrow is looking shaky.
Can't help wondering what's going on back there. There's going to be more movement in the camp by now. I've done another 20 Ks. I've done 1/20th of the trip. That one up there is going AWOL. It used to be in line like that one there. Now it's going sideways.
Johnny's load is on the move, in a bad way.
This is a nice trailer. That was a naughty trailer.
Constant jarring from the road is inching the frames out from underneath the straps. And on the part of the load that's holding, sharp steel edges are shearing through the straps.
See that one there starting to get ready to chew into there?
The shifting load is now starting to overhang the truck.
Like I got the oversize sign on, it's getting more and more oversized as I go. That's why I'm stopping every 20 Ks. Thinking, this is going to get worse.
In the middle of nowhere, Johnny can't restack the frames himself. He has little choice but to keep going. Time spent fixing his load has cost Johnny dearly. If all had gone well, he could have made Balgo today. But now night is falling, and he's still got 200 kilometres to go.
It just doesn't look like we're going to make it, so we're going to pull up wherever we can, because I don't want to be driving in the dark where I can't see down the side of the truck what's going on back there. So we'll find somewhere, get off the road and call it a night.
As Johnny stops for the night, the bad news gets worse.
Yeah, that thing shit itself and fell all the way back now.
The load has shifted even further. Johnny has 6 hours tomorrow to try and nurse his load into Balgo.
Because they're not going to stay where they are, that's for sure.
But the way this load is moving, he'll be lucky if it gets in at all. The shifting load isn't the only thing that's got Johnny spooked. Now he has to spend the night next to Wolf Creek, the setting for a horror movie about an Outback serial killer.
There's a nasty bastard out there called Mick Taylor. I'll see if he's still there.
After a restless night in the desert, Johnny's trying to kick-start his day.
Got to have a coffee, heart starter. Got to have at least 3 or nothing happens. This is like putting aero start in an old Mack truck.
Before turning to his truck problems, Johnny steals a peek at the infamous Wolf Creek crater.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
His search for villain Mick Taylor comes up empty.
I know you're here, you bastard!
Now Johnny has his own horror show to deal with. The stacks of frames are loose and unstable. He needs a forklift to rebalance them, but all he has are the straps. And they're running out fast.
I reckon I'll have none left when we get there. See how that goes. I think we're about 60 Ks in out of 350.
He can't afford any more unscheduled stops.
I've got to be there by 12 o'clock at the latest. I've got a forklift there waiting for me. Very good chance it will be late if this keeps up at the rate it's been going, and I'll be paying for a forklift for nothing.
As he builds up speed, the corrugations start to bite.
My main worry is that load staying on that truck.
And now another hazard looms. Cattle grids.
Oh, I hate grids. They might look smooth on this side, but 9 times out of 10 there's a big drop-off on the other side.
Hitting it the wrong way could send Johnny's precarious truckload over the edge.
Just got to walk every axle over the top of it. They end up breaking stuff. Oh, we'll get out and have a look at what's going on back there. Thought one of my gloves was missing. I was going to have to get around looking like Michael Jackson. Flash.
He's only made it 20 kilometres down the road. At this rate, Johnny will run out of straps before he makes it to his drop-off point.
Oh, looking up there, there's a sharp edge.
To keep his house frames on the truck, he needs 15 straps on each trailer. That's 300 metres of polyester.
And end up looking like a float on the gay Mardi Gras by the time I'm finished.
This road is pushing Johnny's freight in all directions.
The way this is going, I'm going to have to put a long vehicle sign on. They want to come out by themselves, but they don't want to go back in.
If these poles edge all the way out, the entire load could come apart.
See how many's there when I get there. About 80 k's in now. Only 210 to go. I'll try and get up and running on top of these corrugations. Supposed to be there, I told them, around mid-morning or lunchtime. We're in mid-morning now, so we'll be battling to get there by lunchtime as well.
Eventually, the jarring corrugations give way to something softer, but equally dangerous.
Sand holes. That's a deceiving hill, that. It's a slight grade that goes up and up, and there's been that much wheel spin there previous that it's just stirred it all up and made it like the beach.
The beach is no place for a 30-ton truck, and Johnny's doing his best to avoid the patches of soft sand. But now Johnny's losing speed.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right. We're stuck. We're rolling. Got to get out and have a look. This isn't good.
His worst fears are quickly confirmed.
This road's gotten so boggy, they've lost traction. Now that I'm actually stopped and lost my momentum, it's going to be twice as hard to get going again.
Before he even tries to escape the soft sands, he must make his freight safe.
This load's all shifting all over the place. That's trying to work its way off the side. Another strap.
He's due at his drop-off in Balgo, 120 kilometres away, in 2 hours.
It's getting to the stage now. I'm going to run out of straps, run out of time, and run out of traction. All in one hit. And the truck's starting to overheat because it's pulling so hard through this shit.
He's got a forklift booked for the unload.
There's another one laying there.
If he's late, he'll still be charged. But Johnny's first priority is damage control.
This load is just getting longer and wider and deeper. These keep working their way out so far that the ones on top of them will drop down and these will never go back in.
He needs to knock this load back into shape.
Right.
With the load secure, he can finally try and free his truck.
I'll have to set the diff lock in, choose bog gear, and hopefully we'll get going.
The diff lock will distribute power evenly across all the wheels, hopefully providing the traction he needs.
This the old wheel's cooled back a bit now, that little rest. Get this diff lock. I'm just hoping that they're going to be able to get enough momentum to get over this grade. Not liking it. But it is moving.
He's counting on more than 3 decades of outback trucking.
Those movements getting slower.
To get his rig out.
To get myself into a set of wheel tracks and stay in them, I'll have more hope getting enough momentum up to stop the wheel spin. If you rush it and boot it, you'll just dig holes and bog yourself.
It's painful progress, and Johnny's due to unload in less than an hour.
It'll take a long time to get there at this rate. Stop the wheel spin. I'll go for another gear to get a little bit of rolling power. We're getting good momentum now. We've got nearly 10 kilometres per hour.
He's clear of the sand, but Johnny's concerns are far from over.
I've got to have a piece of paper sign that says that the load arrived, and there's a little bit that says in good condition.
After 300 k's of brutalising road, Johnny's worried his load may be showing some scars.
Could be worse, could be on fire. There's the turn off to Belgo. Oh, this is my time now.
For now, it's a relief to leave the dust and the heat of the Tanami desert behind. Johnny's arrived at his drop-off point only an hour late, and the frames are still hanging in there.
Belgo Hills community, and everything appears to still be on the truck. Might not be exactly straight, but it's here.
The surviving straps have done their job, and the waiting forklift can get to work.
Yeah, it's all right. You're looking forward to this, eh?
But the housing frames are precariously balanced, making it difficult to lift them off.
Make sure we get these forks where the runs are.
Until this steel is stacked neatly on the ground, it's Johnny's responsibility.
Lift it straight up at that and see what happens. It's not tilting back far enough. Hang on before you put it down. This is not working. Try that.
Damage it now, and the pain of getting it here safely will have been for nothing.
Is that creeping down, is it? That go straight up. Hang on. So you've got to make sure we get both forks on a rail.
The forklift must find the exact spot to safely lift them off.
Try this again, see what happens. Just have to keep doing it until we get it right.
There's no margin for error. An inch the wrong way and they'll topple over.
Yeah, that looks like it's a good one. Both of them are under at that. Just keep coming in a bit more. Give it full tilt back now, John, see what happens. All right, lift it straight up now. If it starts creeping, yeah, that got it nice.
These building materials survived the Tanami unscathed. Johnny's straps did their job until the end.
I think it is the last strap.
Making sure nothing fell off the back. Until now.
Standing there. Like it was solid steel.
The last few frames off and job done.
That's like getting a cheque signed.
Another successful delivery, money in his pocket, and a return load that won't budge. In Outback Trucking, it doesn't get much better than this.